It was about a year ago that the threat of coronavirus first started making headlines. A case had been discovered in Thailand. Suddenly, it was no longer in one country. It was like the roller coaster car was just beginning to ascend. Our social group, including myself, I'm Margie, Monika, Marie, and Dale, had been meeting every Wednesday for coffee. All of that came to a crashing stop in March of last year. We fumbled our way through learning Zoom, thanks to my niece Morgan. Some of us fumbled more than others. The summer arrived and there was a lull in the COVID numbers. So the Zoom meetings were less frequent. We got together for a picnic, outside, 20 feet away from each other. We sat in my backyard and drank wine, 20 feet away from each other. We went for a hike, 20 feet away from each other. I'm not actually sure you could say we walked together. We all returned to a version of normalcy. Monika and her husband, Norman, briefly stopped stockpiling essentials: toilet paper, canned soup, craft dinner. Our widow, Dale, bought a used bird, a parrot that had been owned by her neighbor. Dale thinks the bird's name is Merda. You see, the previous owner had taught the bird to swear in Italian. I'll let you look it up yourself. Marie and her one-time fiance, Tony, rekindled their romance. Then they broke up. Then they got back together. And then they broke up. Then they got back together. It was a ping pong match. Even yours truly checked out dating sites for the first time. I successfully discovered what kinds of creatures live under rocks. I do not recommend www.niftysingles.com. And then the fall of 2020 arrived, and COVID numbers started creeping up again. Over the Christmas holidays, we were thrown back into lockdown. Our little group gathered once more on Zoom.
Did none of you write down the instructions on how to work Zoom?
Well, I wrote them down, but I can't remember where I put the piece of paper.
Maybe you should have written down where you put the piece of paper.
That's a good idea.
Mrs. Singleton, remember that the mute button is in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. I'm having deja vu all over again. You're on mute.
Remember, the microphone looks like a fingertip in a chalice.
No, it doesn't.
It's a sad day when I know more about technology than Monika.
Oh, don't get cocky, Dale. Last week you were so close to the camera we could see your tonsils.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Monika, you got it.
Was there ever any doubt?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it only took me 7 minutes this time.
Thank you, Morgan.
Oh, where's Marie?
Oh, she sent me a message about 30 minutes ago. She said something came up and she couldn't attend the meeting.
Something came up? What does that mean?
Well, it means either she and Tony have broken up again or she and Tony are reconciled again. And if they broke up, she's depressed. And if they are reconciled, then
Something came up.
Monika!
This is where I say my goodbye, ladies.
No. Stay on the call, Morgan. We're going to play Trivial Zoom Pursuit, and we need a fourth player.
Trivial Zoom Pursuit?
Listen, I love my niece, but we have the original game from the 1980s.
So?
Questions from the 1980s.
Like from a previous century?
The game was already considered a classic by the time Morgan was born.
But we need 4 players to make 2 teams.
There are little pie-shaped pieces. Geography is blue, history is yellow, science and nature is green.
That sounds like homework.
Let me prove a point. Pink question. The category is entertainment. Who shot J.R. Ewing?
Assassination was entertainment in the 1980s?
It's multiple choice. Sue Ellen, Jock Ewing,
Jock?
Kristen Shepherd, or Dusty Farlow.
This can't be a real question.
You see, she's not going to know it.
I'm not sure I know it.
So you're asking me the name of a murderer from the 1980s?
It's from a TV show, Dynasty.
Was that the one with the guys with the long beards?
No, that was Duck Dynasty.
They looked like ZZ Top.
Merda!
It was Dallas, not Dynasty. And the answer is Kristen Shepherd, played by Mary Crosby.
Oh, yeah, Bing Crosby's daughter.
Bing, Jock, Dusty. What was wrong with you people back then?
Bing Crosby wasn't on Dallas.
I think we should skip Trivial Pursuit. But you're still welcome to stay on the call, Morgan. After all you've done for us, you feel like family.
I am family. I'm your niece.
I meant to all of us.
Yes, stay and have a coffee with us.
Okay, but no more questions about murder and people named Bingo.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Tony, what are you doing on the call? This is our ladies' coffee time.
I only came on to tell you that Marie won't be able to join you.
Did you 2 split up or did something come up?
What?
Is she all right?
No, she's fine. She's in the ER.
What?
What happened?
Is it COVID? Norman, Marie has COVID.
It's not COVID. We think she broke her toe.
Broke her toe? How did that happen?
Never mind, she broke her toe.
We were trying something new and...
Oh, never mind.
Something new, like Vietnamese soup?
What?
I've always wanted to try Vietnamese soup.
Why aren't you with her?
They won't let me in. I'm not family.
Pho.
What?
Vietnamese soup. It's called pho. Norman bought 36 cans of it.
How bad is the injury?
It's her toe next to her middle toe. It's pretty swollen.
The pinky?
No, next to that one.
The one that had roast beef?
No, the other one.
Big toe went to the market, right?
I've often wondered why a piggy had roast beef.
Oh, for goodness sake, it's the ring toe. Are you at least keeping in touch with her by text?
I don't understand how anyone could wear a ring on their toe.
I can't.
Or in their nose.
What do you mean you can't? Text her, find out how she's doing.
She sort of banned me from texting her.
Why?
It was an inappropriate selfie.
For Pete's sake.
Ugh.
Well, one of us should call her.
I'll give her a ring.
My cousin Andreas had a ring. It was in his lip. He got gum disease.
Oh, that's how Carl lost his back molars.
Who's Carl?
Well, I wanted to mention him tonight, but Tony interrupted us.
I interrupted you. I was telling you about Marie.
Marie, it's Margie. How are you?
Who's Carl?
Oh, yes, Tony told us. No, he's on the Zoom call. What's that? Excuse me? No, I'm not telling him that.
Tell me what?
Carl is someone I met in the fall of last year.
What do you mean met?
I'm not saying that.
Saying what?
You know, met. When someone is a stranger 1 minute and then they're not a stranger.
You met someone?
Marie, I'm not. She says she knows what went wrong during the dismount.
Yeah, I thought something wasn't quite right.
So you're okay? No, good. Please unblock Tony from your phone. No, I have no desire to hear the details. What happens in lockdown stays in lockdown.
I was visiting Barry's gravesite. Carl was visiting his late wife, Molly. She died in 2017.
You met a man at the cemetery?
Marie, I'm single. We're in the middle of a lockdown. I don't want to hear about your escapades.
Mhm.
The closest I have come to feeling the warm embrace of another human being in nearly a year is when I bumped into a mannequin at... Who's Carl?
You hung up on Marie.
She's fine. She's going to unblock you.
All right.
So who exactly is Carl?
Dale met him while visiting Barry's gravesite. Carl was visiting Molly. I guess they're neighbors.
You met someone and didn't tell us.
Well, I wasn't sure it was going to amount to anything. We'd coffee a few times. It was very pleasant. Then lockdown, the sequel happened. That's why I'm such a Zoom expert now.
You haven't shown him your tonsils, have you?
Norman, Dale's found a guy.
Well, tell us all about him.
Well, he's retired. He was a chef for over 35 years.
Ooh, a chef.
He studied at La Cordon Bleu in Ottawa.
Ooh la la.
He once met Julia Child. He's tall and formerly handsome.
Formerly?
Well, handsome in a formal kind of way. Regal, majestic.
Did you meet a man or a statue at the graveyard?
We had coffee at the Arlington. He was a proper gentleman.
So, romance is in the air?
Oh, don't get ahead of yourselves. We're just friends.
I've known you long enough to recognize a blush in your cheek. This is more than just friends.
No, it's not.
They're just friends, no kissing.
Well, I didn't say that.
Hold the fort, Norman. There was necking.
It was a peck on the cheek.
Unhold the fort. It was a major letdown.
Well, I think it's lovely that you've met someone, Dale.
Oh, it does feel good. I mean, he's so easy to talk to. We have so much in common. We both like doing the same things.
But we're in lockdown.
In theory, once we are loosed from our homes, we will enjoy doing the same things. He belongs to the local bird watching society. He likes Merida.
Yeah, I'm happy for you too, Dale.
Cheese.
Who is that?
That was Tony. Sounds like he's taking a photo.
Time to sign off, ladies.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Lockdown plays havoc on sleeping habits. This morning, I woke up at 5:22. I am not, as one might think, a dairy farmer. I tossed and turned and eventually turned on Netflix. I saw an Adam Sandler film that truly inspired me to cancel my subscription to Netflix. The news of the day was about a lack of vaccine deliveries, new variants, and Bernie Sanders mittens. Meanwhile, our little group carried on, zooming forward. Oh, and meeting Carl, the cemetery Casanova.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I have just talked with Tony. Apparently, Marie's foot is broken, not just the toe. So they have to put it in a cast. She's in a great deal of pain.
Oh dear.
When does she go under the knife?
There's no knife involved. She gets the cast tomorrow morning.
Oh, poor thing.
Yesterday was the first anniversary of the first person to die of COVID in Canada.
Out in BC.
What a year.
Huh. Dale, are we meeting Carl or not? Like you said, he was joining us on the call.
He is.
What have you got planned?
It's not my plan, it's his. He wanted to meet you, but he wanted it to be a surprise, too.
Is he going to propose?
Norman, Dale's getting married.
He's not proposing. You're not proposing, are you, Carl?
No.
They're not getting married, Norman.
Monica, stop yelling.
It's force of habit. His hearing is shot.
But you said Norman was out getting more supplies. He's not even in the house.
Oh, yeah. He's out buying groceries again. Our pantry is like Dolly Parton in a training bra. I can't even close the door anymore. It's bursting at the seams.
You do know all those groceries come with expiry dates, right? I mean, last week he bought a skid of eggs.
Well, apparently today we need Chef Boyardee. Speaking of Le Cordon Bleu, where's this Carl guy?
You ready yet, Carl?
Just a few more minutes.
So no one has asked me my latest news.
You have latest news?
No, but one of you should at least ask me.
What's new with you, Margie?
Nothing, but thanks for asking.
I started a puzzle. It's a photo of jelly beans. 18,000 pieces.
I fixed the clock on my microwave oven.
Good.
I bought a new brush for my dog. Boy, we are living the dream.
I did teach Merida a new word.
Whoa, you've been holding out on us.
At least I think it's a new word. Do parrots belch?
I think this lockdown is worse than the first one. Oh, we had a little taste of freedom, and now we're reduced to translating the body noises of a bird.
I think Norman ate a handful of the puzzle. Oh, his vision is shot too.
Carl, are you ready yet? This Zoom call is on life support.
I just hit a snag. Patience, everyone.
Do you have any idea what he's doing?
No, it's all hush, hush.
Well, until the curtain rises, what else can we talk about?
Let's see. We have covered the impeachment, Bridgerton, the new crosswalk downtown. Were we this boring before the pandemic?
No, we're just a little stir crazy. I found myself staring out the window the other morning, waiting for a garbage day to arrive so I could take my trash to the curb. I'm going to wear my new pajamas and the fuzzy slippers.
I remember last year when we first started meeting on Zoom, we thought it would all be over by Easter.
Yeah, but Easter of what year? What was that?
Wasn't me.
Dale, did you teach Merida to break wind?
No, you already knew how to do that.
Are you ladies ready?
Oh, thank goodness.
Are you sure?
This better be good. I have recycling to sort for next Tuesday.
Are you really, really sure?
Yes.
Yes.
We have been talking about feathery flatulence. We're ready for anything.
Hooray! Huzzah! It's hammy time!
Okay, maybe not.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
So I explained to Carl that while we appreciate his new part-time job as a clown for children's party, you have a pacemaker and that it was a shock to the system.
I don't have a pacemaker.
Oh yeah, that was me.
I agree it was a shock. I aged 10 years. I am not in favor of that kind of math.
He sent you some lovely flowers to apologize.
Well, yes, but
He
they were all...
didn't realize that you had a severe allergy to lavender. Norman found your EpiPen. Carl was just trying to entertain us.
Well, I appreciate that, but
We were
it's
just complaining about how bored we were.
I know. It's just that his juggling was off-putting.
And again, I explained, all he had was meatballs. He hit a snag and couldn't find his regular juggling balls.
But they were covered in tomato sauce, and it went flying around the room. Splotches were hitting his camera. For a moment there, I thought I was watching a slasher film.
Oh, he really is a dear man underneath it all.
Good choice of words. There was a lot of grease paint on that formerly handsome face.
He's still learning to apply it. It was a little blotchy.
And his clown name is Hammy Time?
I know. He already printed the posters. He didn't follow rap music from the 1990s.
And is now a good time to be starting a business doing children's parties? I mean, we're in lockdown.
He does it online.
You're not going to believe this. Marie fell again.
Oh, please don't tell me it was a dismount.
Is she all right?
She was trying to reach a glass in her cupboard and keeled over.
Oh my goodness.
Why wasn't Tony reaching for the glass? He's taller.
Oh, well, that's the other thing. They're as broken up as the glass.
Oh dear.
She called for a ride to the hospital.
You mean like skip the dishes?
Marie is a bit of a dish, but she's not being picked up by a food delivery company. It's Uber.
What kind of word is Uber?
But we need Marie back in our Zoom calls. You two are as dull as dishwater.
Well, thank you.
Dull? I have a full life.
And a full pantry.
I didn't mean you two are dull.
Well, you just finished saying you two are as dull as dishwater.
I meant the three of us. I mean, left to our own devices, we're a bit bland. Marie spices things up.
I disagree. Look at you, Dale. A year ago, you were hardly leaving your house, and that was pre-COVID. But now you're blossoming. You're dating a cemetery clown. And you, Monika, you are happily married to a hoarder. We really are pathetic, aren't we?
Well, Marie just lives life so big. We're hopeless. We're one long pause away from talking about the weather.
It's been really cold the last couple of days, hasn't it?
My skin is so dry.
My legs are flaky.
Ladies, before we venture down the road of dermatology, let's think of something fun to do to entertain ourselves on the Zoom calls.
Do you want to help me with my puzzle?
No.
No.
Well, what then?
You have a lovely singing voice, Margie. You could serenade us.
I'm not talking about doing a variety show. I mean, an activity we can do together.
A variety show. I like that idea.
It's not an idea. I was being sarcastic.
Monika, you used to be a great dancer.
Jive dancing with Norman, but his feet are shot.
And I could pull up the ukulele.
Dale, we are not doing a variety show.
I have to practice. See you next week.
Dale, we're not doing a variety show.
Norman, we have to practice our lifts.
Ladies.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
A week later, we gathered. Despite the fact that I sent several emails to the contrary, Dale and Monika insisted on a variety show. Marie wasn't able to join us as she and Tony were back together and decided to spend more time nurturing their relationship. I feel dirty saying the word nurturing. The rest of us carried on. The lockdown was stressful, but at the same time, it was our anchor each Wednesday. A chance to joke, a chance to reflect, a chance to make a little bit of sense out of a world that sometimes made no sense. We stopped talking about what we would do when it was all over and tried to live in the here and now. Not always easy, but we tried. And I apologize for what you're about to see.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush on a cold and frosty morning.
That was great.
It was okay.
You didn't sound like a howler monkey at all.
I didn't say I was going to sound like a howler monkey.
Oh, that's right. Monika said that.
I said she might sound like a howler monkey, but in a good way.
There's a good way.
Dale, you have a big mouth.
It's okay. I haven't sung for years.
It was delightful. What key was that in?
I told you I didn't want to do a variety show.
Monika, we drew numbers, so you're next.
Norman, it's not too late to join me for the dancing. We tried a lift. His back is shot.
Well, you have to dance solo then.
Oh, no. I have a backup plan. I'm going to recite poetry.
Poetry?
Yes. Be gentle. It's something I composed myself.
A hidden talent.
Is it about howler monkeys?
Swab My Snout by Monika Singleton. Please, no pandemic plague, I plead. My sense of smell I truly need. Swab my snout for that sneaky virus, but mark me safe on history's papyrus. I wear my mask most all the time, at grocery stores and stuck in line. I wash my hands when Norman's near, his moistly words like a Bronx cheer. Stay 6 feet back on shopping sprees. I need more Dr. Pepper, please. I'm scared of sneezing or coughing fits. I'm moving towards the end of my wits. But friends like you have kept me sane. I hope quite soon to hug you again. This baby Zoomers will do, I guess. I see your smiles, so I am blessed. So swab my snout for that sneaky virus, but mark me safe on history's papyrus.
Monika, that was beautiful.
I liked it.
You didn't find rhyming line and time problematic?
We couldn't have said it better.
Oh, what's a Bronx cheer? That's filled with COVID.
Monika, I am impressed. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Okay. You're making me blush. It's Dale's turn.
Oh, well, mine won't be that entertaining.
Oh, if I had to sing, you have to play your ukulele.
What song are you playing?
It's called Swab My Snout.
It is not.
I am calling it The Morning After COVID, an original.
Am I the only one who didn't create their own piece?
Oh, your singing was lovely.
For a howler monkey.
Okay, I'm ready. Now stop yammering.
Oh, you ladies are a wonder. And just when I thought that we were
Pathetic.
full of surprises.
Oh, we should have done something as a trio.
Well, we could. You could play the ukulele and we could sing a song together. We could sing Round and Round the Mulberry Bush.
Oh, okay. Sounds just like the morning after COVID, doesn't it?
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
February 17th, 2021. In a couple of hours, our group will gather together once again. Another Wednesday coffee on Zoom. It is harder than it has ever been. And yet one thing remains true. Our friendship continues, despite the stir-crazy inducing, heartbreaking, stress-activating, body-tiring, life-sucking pandemic. More than once, we have thought we could see the light at the end of the tunnel, only to be disappointed. So we carry on supporting each other, carry on encouraging each other. But at least we carry on.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Here we go. Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush on a cold and frosty morning.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.